not performing as and providing the care that our patients need. We do have a high acuity patient population, and with this particular one, it's a respiratory patient, which the lack of assessment and the lack of appropriate intervention could have led to an incident where the patient could have been harmed.
Did you speak to Ms. Lopez about this patient?
I did not speak to Ms. Lopez about the patient until we made the investigation. At that time, we started investigating of what happened over the weekend. We followed up when Mr. Jordan came in on that following Tuesday. Had talked to my CEO, talked to the administrator on call who received the call from the pulmonologist, and then we made that determination. Misty is under supervision of Jordan, so I had him address the issue with her. Once we determined that we were going to terminate, I was involved in the process.
At the termination, did the claimant have anything to say about this patient? My perception was that she disagreed with the statement the pulmonologist made. She wanted to call him directly, which I don't think at that point was appropriate. That's in terms of that particular situation, that's what she had stated. If a therapist has a question concerning a patient and it's on the weekend, who are they to go to?
We have the house supervisor, which is a nurse, qualified nurse. Also, we have an on-call physician at night and an on-call pulmonologist. So she could very well have asked those questions in terms of providing care for a patient. I think the issue in this particular case is that the proper procedure, the critical thinking, was not there, and that could have led to a very bad event.
Ms. Johns, do you have any questions for Mr.
No, I don't.
Ms. Lopez, do you have any questions for Mr. Sanchez?
No, I don't.
All right. Ms. Johns, can I move on, or does Ms. Shea have additional non-repetitive testimony to offer?
She does not.
Okay, we'll move on. Ms. Lopez, I will swear you in. Ms. Lopez, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Misty Caldwell Lopez.
And do you agree with your hire date with the employer in December of 2010?
Yes.
And that you were terminated on March 7, 2017. Is that correct?
Yes.
On February 24, 2017, were you working that night?
Yes.
And were you scheduled to the patient at issue here?
Yes.
Did you fail to monitor this patient?
No.
Did you improperly leave on the bypass too long?
No, I did not.
Do you know how long you left the bypass on this patient? I mean, would you take it on and off, or would you just leave it on or take it off? What is the process, and what did you do?
Well, for the most part, it was on. Just take it off to suction his mouth and all that stuff. But I placed him on the BiPAP approximately like 8 p.m., and then he was still on it when I left. The following morning, I gave a report at 6:15 a.m.
Wait, so what time did you leave?
6:15 a.m.
Okay.
The 25th.
Is it proper to leave on a bypass on a patient of his status from 8 p.m. to 6:15?
Yes.
During that time, are you doing anything else with the patient besides physically monitoring him?
Yes. Not just physically monitoring, but checking his bypass. Checking his vitals, charting all this stuff, and suctioning both his oral, like his mouth, and his tracheotomy.
Did he seem to be under distress?
He was earlier in the night before I placed him on the BiPAP. He stabilized after.
When a patient is in distress, do you need to reach out to the nurse on duty or on-call physician?
Yes, I did that.
When did you do that?
It was the same time I had discovered the patient, and right before I placed him on the BiPAP because the doctor had written the order. So that was approximately like 8 p.m., 7:30, 8 p.m.
The doctor had a written order to put him on that?
Yes.
Do you believe you followed the direction of the physician to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Do you believe that you properly monitored, suctioned this patient?
Yes, I did.
Did you neglect him in any way?
No, I didn't.
The testimony was that this patient had buildup. Are you aware of anything like that? And if so, is that something that was caused because of you?
No, I had suctioned that patient. The buildup would have been from not suctioning, but I had suctioned him. It was sometime between 3:30 and 4 a.m. So there shouldn't have been any buildup. Or
do you only have to suction him that one time, or was that, or is it constant, a routine through the night?
It was a routine through the night, multiple times. But that was the last time I was in there, between 3:30 and 4 a.m.
So was the next time that you came into work on March 7th?
No.
Did you work after the shift?
Yes.
Okay. So at what point were you told that there was a problem?
On Thursday, the following Thursday morning. Let me look at my calendar. March the 2nd.
What were you told on March the 2nd?
To not show up for my scheduled shift that evening. That there was like an investigation process going on.
Did you have any idea what it was about?
No.
Did anyone talk to you as a result of the investigation?
No.
No one spoke to you about what you did to the patient that night or how you proceeded with him?
No.
Oh, so when you came back to work, was that on March 7th?
Yes, I was asked to come in on March 7th by Oris to speak with the HR manager.
And tell me how that meeting went.
I showed up and I clocked in the time clock, and I went to Oris's office. He wasn't there. He asked to come to the HR office. We walked up there, and she had some termination paperwork that had incorrect information on it that I refused to sign.